So I have a box of Secrets of Strixhaven that I picked up last night at the pre-release. Just dig in here. All right, making sure it looks good on everything. Unsubtle Mockery was doing problems for me. I had a lot of little guys that were getting hit. Mage Tower Referee is definitely going to go into one of my, probably a Wooburg deck, because I have a bunch of those. Hardened Academic. Flying, haste, discard a card. This creature gains lifelink till end of turn. One or more cards leave your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. That seems pretty good. I like that a lot. Got a Disdainful Stroke, so I have one of these. And then Ursa, Tide Choreographer. The spell costs 3 less if creatures you control have a total toughness of 10 or greater, and then when she enters, you draw 2 cards. Seems alright. And we got a Swamp. Masterful Flourish. Here's a prepared card. Enters prepared. The one thing that bothers me a little bit about the prepared cards is that there's not an easy way to re-prepare a lot of them, so it's like a one and done kind of thing, which I guess keeps it from being too good. But which there's a colorless creature out there, I believe, that can re-prepare things. Dina's Guidance. Search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand or graveyard, then shuffle. Seems good. Zombify. Return target creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield. That's cool art. I love this style. Art, we'll put it in that corner, and we've got a Quick Study. It goes there, and a Spectacle Summit. I also pushed, I pulled the Abigail Poet Laureate, which does stuff with creatures. It gets prepared every time you cast a creature, so I was trying to do a lot of creatures with prepared things so that it would also trigger the repartee, which is when you cast a spell that targets a creature, it'll trigger. So, yeah, here it is, repartee. So this one, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, this creature gets +1/+0 and gains lifelink till end of turn. Old Growth Educator. Joined Researchers. The Gay Wizards we love. Subterranean Tremors. It deals X damage to each creature without flying. If X is 4 or more, destroy all artifacts. If X is 8 or more, create an 8/8 red lizard creature token. Okay, this could go in, what colors is Gev? I have a Gev Lizards deck where MTG Barrett in the chat got me the beautiful commander card that is running it. So this could probably go in there. If it doesn't go in the binder, because I have, here, I'll show you guys quick. This is an actual binder I took to college. This was my first Magic the Gathering binder. I bought better binders since, but this is where I keep special art styles and some Planeswalkers. There's some Planeswalkers in here. So I have the Mystical Archive cards from last Strixhaven in here, and I posted a video about them, going through them a little while ago. I'm still missing a few. I have most of them, just not the expensive ones. And then I have some other treatments, like this is the D&D one. What is this? Oh, Baldur's Gate. Yeah, just anything where it's not a valuable treatment, but it's just cool. Like here's the Crimson Vow, the Kaldheim. Those live in here. Yes, my binder's experienced. She's been through a lot with me. That was probably a high school binder too. I don't throw away binders. I'm a little bit of a hoarder. If I think I can use it again. Which is why there's a lot of cardboard in my basement currently. Because what if I want to make something with it? Here's some removal I could have used. And it would have worked with the life. If you gain life this turn, that creature's controller loses 3 life. So that would have been nice with my deck. Flow State. Grave Researcher. This one I never got to prepare, I don't think. It never stayed out long enough. At the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1, then if there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard, this creature becomes prepared, and then it's Reanimate on the other side. Hop to it. Create 3/1/1 white rabbit creature tokens. It's cute. And Stone Docent. Whatever. Just out here trying my best with my little deck that one of my friends stopped in on his way home from work or something, and I saw him like, hey, come build my deck for me. Like, I had built a deck, but then I'm like, come fix it. So I got a lot of help, and it didn't do me any good. I think the problem might be me, unfortunately. Quillblade Allorid. Double strike, it enters prepared. Target creature gets +1/+0 and double strike. There's the Arc of Hunger that I got one in my promo pack with a stamp. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, this artifact deals 1 damage to each opponent and you gain 1 life. That seems good. We pulled something else that was pulling something from the graveyard in these colors. So. Wild Growth Archaic. Trample Reach. Converge, this creature enters with a 1/1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. Whenever you cast a creature spell, that creature enters with X additional 1/1 counters on it, where X is the number of colors of mana spent to cast it. That's pretty good. I have a couple decks that this would do well in. Pick Your Poison. I really like this art. I've seen this a couple of times. This is very, very pretty. All of them are gorgeous, but like this is one of the ones I like more. So choose one. Each opponent sacrifices an artifact of their choice. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment of their choice. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with flying of their choice. Elemental Mascot and Forced. Alright, next pack. Barog Banemaker. Love him. He put in some work last night. I love just a little death touch. It'll really like it'll make him think. Like it's just a 1/1 just standing there, but it'll stop him from attacking. Maybe that's why I like Vampire of the Dire Moon so much as well. Lorehold Charm. Vicious Rivalry. As an additional cost to cast a spell, pay X life. Destroy all artifacts and creatures with mana value X or less. Seems good. Requisition Raid. Spree. Choose one or more additional costs. Destroy a target artifact. Destroy a target enchantment. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature target player controls. So this would have been really good in my deck last night. Not that there was a lot of artifact or enchantment removal. Now that I'm looking at it, maybe not so much, because I needed creature removal. I had something else in there that did the artifact and the enchantment removal, but I didn't come up against a lot of either. And Chelonian Tackle. Target creature you control gets +0/+10 until end of turn, then it fights up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. Seems good. It's the big booty card. Then it gives your creature big booty. So sack the creature, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Adventurous Eater. I tried to build a Simic deck on the side just to see if I had enough. I didn't, though. I know that Simic goes pretty hard in this set, as it does usually, but got another Tam, Landfall. Sundering Archaic. Applied Geometry. Create a token that's a copy of target non-aura permanent you control, except it's a 0/0 fractal creature. In addition to its other types, put 6 1/1 counters on it. Seems good. Stock up. I think I'm partial to the blue cards. I think the blues in this are very pretty. And another one of our little guy, Fields of Strife. From this set, I like to try and build 1 deck per set if I can. But I haven't really decided. Abigail would be very fun because it's just kind of oops all creatures, and that would play with Prepared. But also I haven't seen a ton of this set yet, or enough to like have seen all my options. And I don't know what cards I have, because I like to build out of the cards I already have so I can play the deck right away. Flashback gave me trouble last night. Target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. The flashback cost is equal to the mana cost. This would be good in, I'm running a Spell Slingers deck right now as well. A commander deck, of course. Bitter Triumph, ooh. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card or pay 3 life. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. This would have also been great to have last night. And Ancestral Anger. I've built a lot of blue-red decks, but they don't stick. Like, I always end up taking them apart, so I want to make a Spell Slinger deck that sticks. Yeah, that was the issue. Grapple with Death. Prismari Charm. keep it in mind for the spell slinger deck. I don't know. Shattered Sanctum, beautiful. Ooh. Deflecting Palm, hot. Next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage if damage is prevented this way. Deflecting Palm deals that much damage to that source's controller. It's gorgeous. The colors on this are just so good. We got a Wander Off, Form of Amity, a Fractal, and a Pest. And I like the Pest design. It looks like a little dog. Yeah, here it is. Okay. When this creature enters, choose up to 1. Target creature becomes prepared. Target creature becomes unprepared. So this only works once unless you flicker it, I suppose. You'd want to maybe something like, what's it's a 1 or 2 drop white card. The art is a guy in a wheelchair with like a staff, where when he enters, it blinks something. Run those together. Leech Collector, Sonar, Unfinished Genius. Pox Plague. This is my card this set. This is the 3rd one I've pulled. Ooh, double rare. Where'd I put my rare pile? Monstrous Rage. Dual Tactics. Titan's Grave. Okay. Focus, please. Thank you. Where's our prepare guy again? Thunderdrum Soloist. Teacher's Pest. He's cute. Vastland Scavenger. Death Touch. It enters prepared. Mill 7 cards, then put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. That seems very good. Another hop to it. And our little Death Touch guy. Come on. There we go. The bear is messed up in a good way. Like he's real good. He doesn't re-prepare. Is the only thing I would have liked with that. Here he is, Ennis, debate moderator. That's what I was talking about earlier. When Ennis enters, so he's a 2-drop. Exile up to 1 other target creature you control. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of your next end step. At the beginning of your end step, if 1 or more cards was put into exile this turn, put a 1/1 counter on them. So that would be good with the guy that prepares and unprepares. Encouraging Aviator. Moseo, Vane's New Dean. I love this character design. That'd be a cool cosplay, I think, if I could figure out how to do it. Flying, when it enters, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with whenever this token attacks, you gain 1 life. Infusion, at the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, return up to 1 target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. So this would have been good in my deck last night too. The life gain. Knockout Maneuver. A Thornfist Striker. Plains. There we go. Tackle Artist was giving me a hard time on when I was playing online. Lots of good cards in this set. Relic Sloth. Ooh, Berta, Wise Extrapolator. Increment goes crazy. When you cast a spell, if the amount of mana you spent is greater than the creature's power or toughness, put a 1/1 counter on it. Whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put on Berta, add 1 mana of any color. Seems real good. Create a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token and put X 1/1 counters on it. Maybe this should be my Simic. You want to see the frog do work? Me too. Ooh, our first Emeritus. Keep saying it wrong. Emeritus of Truth. Cat Cleric. It's got Swords to Plowshares as its bonus spell. That's hot. When this creature enters, target player creates a 1/1 white and black inkling creature token with flying. Then if an opponent controls more creatures than you, this creature becomes prepared. That's real good. A Giant Growth. A Vicious Rivalry. That was a good pack. And Last Gasp was like my only piece of removal in the pre-release, which is a little frustrating. Here's Abigail, which is one of the options for the commander deck I'll build for this set. When you cast a creature spell, Abigail becomes prepared, and then put a 1/1 counter on target creature. So that's crazy good for an uncommon. Impractical Joke. Petrified Hamlet. When this land enters, choose a land card name. Activated abilities or sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Lands with the chosen name have tap for 1 colorless. Blech. Loafing Pest. Sorry, I had to get a closer. I couldn't figure out how his face was working there. Okay. Legendary creature, Pest. When you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on each pest, bat, insect, snake, or spider you control. Okay, that's fun. You got Bulk Up. Double target creature's power until end of turn with flashback. An expressive Fire Dancer. Field Strife. That's the black one. Lorehold Charm, Leech Collector, Sonar, Post-Mortem Professor. This creature can't block. When this creature attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Exile an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Seems good. Hop to It is the card we keep getting in that treatment, and Harsh Annotation. I haven't seen, I don't think they're Johnny and Chandra cards for the set, even though they featured heavily in the story. But I guess the story isn't... I don't know. I don't know what they do first, if they write the cards or if they write the story first. Steal the Show. Choose one or both. Target player discards any number of cards, then draws that many cards. Steal the Show deals damage equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard to target creature or planeswalker. This would be very good in my Spell Slinger deck, because it also cares about, I think Melek is the name of the creature. It cares about how many spells are in your graveyard. Shared Roots. A lesson. Search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Oh, the symbol in the corner made me think there was another side. Pest, Mascot, and Island. Now it says Bird Wizard. It doesn't specifically say owl, but that looks like an owl, so that would count, right? Backup commander from the Silver Quill Precon is a cool owl. I haven't gotten my hands on the Precon yet, but that is the one I ordered. Come on, focus. There we go. Emeritus of Conflict. This one was doing me dirty yesterday. First strike, whenever you cast your 3rd spell each turn, this creature becomes prepared, and then it's a lightning bolt on the other side. Ooh, look at that. We got 2 of them. Duty Beyond Death. As an additional cost to cast the spell, sack a creature. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. That's very good. Aw, he's cute. Destroy target creature with power or toughness 4 or greater. And Titan's Grave. I can't click to make it focus, can I? Whoop. Move the whole thing. Infirmary Healer. This creature enters prepared. Target player gains X life. Another flashback. This card is great. Another owl. Stirring Hope Singer. Flying Lifelink. Repartee. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Very good. A Braid. Solid. Deals 3 damage to target creature or destroy target artifact. Seems good. And then practice Scrollsmith. And land. I'm looking for the Emeritus of Woe. Actually, that's about it. That's the one I really want. Ooh, Magus of the Library. It's a mana dork. Add 1 or draw a card. Activate if you have exactly 7 cards in hand. This is a special guest mythic. That's pretty cool. Tablet of Discovery. This card's for the iPad kids. When this artifact enters, mill a card. You may play that card this turn. Add 1 money or add 2 money, but only to cast an instant or sorcery spell. Or it's a Tide Choreographer. Stand up for yourself. Geometer's Arthropod. Whenever you cast a spell with X in its mana cost, look at the top X cards in your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. The Dawning Archaic. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each instant or sorcery in your graveyard. Reach. Whenever the Dawning Archaic attacks, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Ooh, Spell Pierce. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2. And a Potioner's Trove. And a pretty full art island. There we go, now we're back focused. We're locked in. Or the camera is, at least for a little bit. Eternal Student. Exile this card from your graveyard. Create 2 Inklings with flying. Here's Lewin. Tester of a Tangential Increment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay X. When you do, move X 1/1 counters from this creature onto another target creature. Deathcap Glade. Who's putting normal cards in the rare pile? Banned from the Dave & Buster's. Right. One last stack of cards to go in the box. Procrastinate. This would be me if I was a card. Page Loose Leaf. Discard another card named Page Loose Leaf. Oh, so this wouldn't work in Commander. I thought this could be a fun Commander, but it doesn't say like your deck can have any number of cards called Page Loose Leaf. So maybe not. Arnon, Deathboon Botanist. Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control with power or toughness 1 or less dies, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. That would be a fun little guy's deck. Divergent Equation. There's Curl. Curl History Buff. Whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, Curl becomes prepared. And then mill a card, put 2 1/1 counters on target creature against trample till end of turn. Colorstorm Stallion. Ward Haste. Cast an instant or sorcery spell. This creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn. If 5 or more mana was spent to cast the spell, create a token that's a copy of this creature. Seems good. Another Knockout Maneuver. And Choreographed Sparks. The spell can't be copied. Choose one or both. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Copy target creature spell you control. At the copy gains haste, and at the beginning of your next end step, sacrifice this token. And a cool. So I think we've got the whole gang from the story. I only listened to the main story. I didn't listen to the side stories with like the students from the last Strixhaven set. But they are on Spotify as audio books, audio stories, if you like to listen to such things while you work, like I do. Transcendent Archaic, Gay Archaic. Vigilance. When this creature enters, you may draw X cards, where X is the number of colors of mana spent to cast a spell. If you draw 1 or more cards this way, discard 2 cards. Harsh Annotation. Growth Curve. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature, then double the number of 1/1 counters. Seems good. Ral. We've got Ral Zarek, Guest Lecturer. Surveil 2. -1, any number of target players each discard a card. Did I say -2? I meant -1. -2 is return target creature card with mana value of 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. -7, flip 5 coins. Sure. Target opponent skips their next X turns where X is the number of coins that come up heads. That's rude. I need to play it. That's awful. I love it. Feed the Swarm. This is another art that I saw ahead of time and really liked. And I play this. I have a box of cards that are like my staple cards that when I'm sorting through cards and I find them, I stick them in there because I know I'm going to need them for a commander deck, and Feed the Swarm is one of them. Chase Inspiration and Titan's Grave. That Ral is very rude. It'd be funny. I mean, no one would want to play it or play against it, but a deck that's just like, you don't get to play the game. I only get to play the game, but I also hate when other people do that, so maybe I shouldn't do it. Be the kind of commander player I want to see in the world. play it alongside the blue card from Final Fantasy that makes you flip heads, that would be... Because I think it's every heads is a turn they have to skip, right? Yes, that would be brutal. Be funny though. I'd play it for one game and then retire the deck instantly before they slash my tires. Or play it somewhere where they don't have access to my car. So I care more about my car than myself. As you can tell from yesterday when it was storming and I wasn't sure if I wanted to go out, not because I was worried about me, but I didn't want my car to get damaged by the hail. Because we got some bad hail earlier this week. Choose one, draw 4 cards. Splatter technique deals 4 damage to each creature and planeswalker. Splatter technique, that's what they called me in high school. That's awful. Deduce! Draw a card, investigate. Let's all forget I said that. Cheerful Osteomancer. And I don't know... I never know how many commander decks I should bring to Vegas, because I'm not going to be playing much on Saturday, because I'll be in cosplay all day. And then... I don't know how many decks I want to bring. Like, I'll usually bring, like, a mid one that's just kind of fun to play, and then something higher level, and then do I bring my... I have a CEDH deck that I've never played, because that's... The only people I hang out with that play CEDH are at Magicons. But then, how many regular decks? It's so hard. Because I gotta pack my cosplay. Because I think I'm bringing... I haven't decided if I'm bringing 2 or 3. And I gotta fit all my decks. It's so hard. Life is so hard. Harmonized Trio. Tap 2 untap creatures you control. This creature becomes prepared. And then it's a Brainstorm on the other side. It seems really good. I like Brainstorm a lot. Draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. Just let you put the top of your deck however you like it. Helping Hand. Inkling Mascot. Plains. More owls for you. Embrace the Paradox. Poisoner's Apprentice. I don't know if we've seen this one yet. When this creature enters, target creature an opponent controls gets -4/-4 till end of turn if you gain life. Zamone's Experiment. Please tell me you didn't clip me saying that. Micah, Reader of Ruins. Pay 3 life whenever this creature... Oh, that's just ward. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may sacrifice an artifact. If you do, copy that spell, and you may choose new targets for the copy. Practice Offense. Rob, you're banned forever. Fracture. Ooh, that art is really cool. I really like that. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker. It is a rare, but I'm going to put it in the Mystical Archives pile. Lorehold Charm. Form of Amity. Efflorescence. Alright, why aren't we focusing? Instead of locked in, I appeared to be locked out. Topiary Lecturer. This is a good card. It's a mana dork, but with increment. And then you get the... Well, I guess it's not a mana dork. It costs 3. It makes mana equal to its power, and then it has increments, so that's real good. Flow State. Another Maseo. Bane's Nudine. Locust Spray. Got one of these already. Seize the Spoils. I'm gonna make a decoration with them. Someday. I thought I was gonna do this like 2 years ago. The pile's still sitting there. It's just waiting for me to have time. Another Lewin. Suspend Aggression. Exile target non-land permanent and the top card of your library. For each of those cards, its owners may play it until the end of their next turn. Seems good. We got a Burst Lightning. And a Graduation Day. Forced. If I don't get the chances of the card I want being in one singular collector booster pack are very low. But if I don't get it, maybe I'll stop by the game store and pick one up. Or pick up a collector pack. I I am curious to see what I would get in a collector pack. When a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Sack a creature, return target creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. Royal treatment, very pretty. And end of the hunt. I wonder if my my friend who owns the game store I played at last night would let me set up like a donation box of the mystical archives people don't want. Donate your worthless pretty cards to Emma, please. Actually, you probably want to sell them. Or keep them in her bulk. Scathing Shadelock. At the beginning of your first main phase, this creature becomes prepared. And then Venomous War is on the other side. Creature you control gets 2/0 and Death Touch till end of turn. That would go well with Repartee. Antiquities on the Loose, my favorite. Create 2/2 red and white spirit creature tokens. Then if the spell was cast from anywhere other than your hand, put a 1/1 counter on each spirit you control. It has flashback, sleight of hand, a melancholic poet. And then I keep forgetting about the land. Alright, this is our last pack. Last pack magic. Wish me luck. Alright. Yeah, this is the one. Here's our vampiric tutor. That's another one I'd like. I forgot about him. Them. Whatever we think the gender of vampiric tutor is. Another page loose leaf. We got the bear again, Vastland Scavenger, a braid, and Embrace the Paradox. So no Vampiric Tutor, no Emeritus of Woe, but we did get a lot of new Mystical Archive cards, which is my favorite treatment, so I am very happy to have all of these new ones to play with. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you good luck on your pre-releases if you are doing those this week. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out.